Pandas, 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 pandas. I got bros in Atlanta to some dope lean and a Fanta. Pandas, good morning. Bill 7, good morning. Thanks for reminding everyone to do what is important, which is scalp that like button. Lou the Writer, welcome. Wayne Bicknell, welcome. Day Trading, welcome, guys. Speedy Boy, welcome. Frank Angelo, welcome, welcome, welcome. John, welcome. Exponential, welcome here. Mo 7, thanks, guys, for joining. Thanks for joining the best community on YouTube verified. And dare I say, even the most profitable trader on YouTube verified. Dare I say it? I mean, Pandas, we're up 2,000 on each account. We got 4 accounts. We're up already $8,000 in 4 days. In just 4 days. Good morning, everybody. Mo 7, scalping that like button. Appreciate it. Hansman, good morning. Hugh, welcome. Zahuri, welcome. Thanks, guys, for joining. It's good. It's good to be here. This is what I enjoy. I love this. I love this part. I've never have come to the stream not like begrudgingly. I love it every single time. It's just an adventure. It's fun. It's amazing. It's a good community. It's good to be with you guys. Let's just say, you know, people say in your life, do what you do what you love, right? If you had to choose an occupation, do whatever you would do for free. That should be your occupation. That's what I'm doing here, Pandas. It's amazing. Great life. Zohari says, when I trade on my 7th day and I'm above the profit target, will I get funded now or later in the day? Later. You get funded the next day, actually. Yep, these are all funded. We are fully funded here with 4 accounts, and we are ready to rock and roll. We're starting a brand new series called Life Changing Money, and I'm trying to show just the power of the trade copier. With just 4 accounts, if you can make $100 a day on average, in 1 year you can make 6 figures with just 4 accounts, making only 100 days on average. I'm not asking for much. I mean, if you're a profitable trader, $100 on average per day is, I think, a reasonable goal to make. Not even reasonable. I think it's conservative. So I'm trying to do everything for you guys to show, like, with just this little profit, if you have 4 accounts, the power of the trade copier. It's amazing. We have no hiccups on the trade copier so far. Replicanto is the king of the trade copier. So make sure you guys use BBM20 to get 20% off if you're planning to get it. It's an extra discount for you. So hope you guys take advantage of it. Got a trap trade triggering about the trigger here. I don't know if I like it though. I don't know if I like it. What can I say? Do I like this trap here? Not really. Not really, not at all. Mike Richardson, welcome. So far, we're up $2,000 on this account, on each account. So that makes it like total $8,000 on just 4 days of trading. So I've had green days, $500 on average per day so far. I will say this right now, like $500 on one account on average so far. And my red day is coming. The red day is coming. And how I handle that red day is going to separate the men from the boys, the baby pandas from the adult pandas. How you handle your red days is what separates you from being unprofitable to profitable. So when my red day comes, I gotta make it small as possible. Cannot go on tilt. John Lee says, hey Panda, I hit 2600 on a 50k account and I want to secure profits. Do you think it's alright if I just go for 10 bucks a day for another 3 days? I can't answer that question, but I feel like yes, as long as you're trading E-minis. I don't know how you got to 2600. I mean, the main rule of thumb is the 30% rule. If you don't break if you don't violate the 30% consistency rule, I don't think it really matters, to be honest. Charles Wilson asks, what's the plan for the red days? The plan for the red days is first you gotta do as many preventive things before it happens. Do not trade bigger than you typically trade. Do not scale in. Do not move your stop loss. Right? These are all things that could prevent you from losing money. And for me, my rule of thumb is 3 losses in a row, or 3 losses all together. Then I stop. And it just means I'm not performing as I should, and I think I should stop. So the max I can lose on the red day is my max I'm planning to lose on any trade is $200, and so times 3, which is $600. That's how much I'm willing to lose on any one day. So that's the plan. Hopefully it works out. Hopefully it does, you know. And the thing is, the red days, like, that's a max pain, right? $600. I cannot lose more than $600 on any given day. And with the trailing threshold, that means that you have about, 4 days you can lose the max. 4 days you can lose the max around. You can lose a little bit more than that, but around 4 days, that's how much kind of buffer you have, losing the max per day. That's 4 days in a row also. Hopefully you can recover. Hopefully you can survive the red days, right? So you can get to the next day, right? It's all about getting to the next day of trading. There's a trap trade here. It looks really nice, right? This is a really good setup for a trap trade. You're breaking beneath the 20 MA. You got a fail second entry long right beneath it. 20 EMA acting as resistance. It's a really good looking setup for a trap trade. But the trend, pandas. I mean, this is such a strong bull trend. I just don't know if I'm looking for a short trade right now. I'm not sure if this is the time. I really don't know. By the way, let me go over my off-stream trades. I only took one off-stream trade, which brought me above 2,000, which is a second entry long, simple second entry long in a strong uptrend. ABC off the 20 MA, decent signal bar, and I came up with a double position and scalped out 2 points essentially. Trap about a trigger. That was my only off-stream trade. So now that's covered. We are ready to rock and roll here. Daily chart. I mentioned that this is an undershoot. It might come back up into this and create an overshoot. In fact, it may try to even fill this gap eventually and make a new high, because this is the first break of this strong channel, or this big channel. So we can actually potentially make a new high here still. Also mentioned on the 5-minute chart. I read this perfectly, that always in short once a strong bear bar happened. And I said maybe it'll go sideways until it touches the 20 MA. And that's exactly what happened and went down. Did I take advantage of it? Of course not. But that's what happened. Trap trade here. I'm gonna skip it just because I feel like the uptrend. I don't know if this is uptrend. I don't know if this is where I really want to reverse. I feel like the higher time frames need to be beneath the 20 MA or even just kind of close to it. This just seems it's very strong uptrend. So I'm gonna sit on my pause here. Really, also it's the first break of the 20 EMA as well. So I don't know. This could work out, but I'm just gonna skip it just because it's such a strong uptrend. I want to see this play out. I'm okay with missing this scalp if it does work though. Kyle Luber says, here to avoid the 4th day slump. I seem to always go red on day 4 after 3 winning days in a row. All right, good to recognize that. Maybe that's where your mental capital kind of lasts, or maybe that's the rhythm of the market, where every 4 days or so the market kind of turns to a different market cycle where you're not used to. So Hurry asks, could you explain the rule? I just talked about 30% consistency rule. By the way, Pandas, make sure you scalp that like button. If you guys don't know, there is a 30% consistency rule on the PA counts, not evals, but PA counts. And have they ever enforced it? I don't know. Personally, they have never enforced it on me. I'm cognizant of it, but I don't think I would ever be in a place where they would enforce it on me. It's really for them to protect themselves from people who literally just go all out in one single trade and to trade micros for the rest. That's what I feel like that rule is there for, to protect themselves from people withdrawing from, their accounts trading in such a way. But the 30% consistency rule basically says, not in one single day you cannot make more than 30% of your account. So for instance, if you made $10,000 and you want to withdraw, in one single day you could not have made $3,000. In one single day you could not make $3,000. Let's say you make $10,001, then that 30% rule would not actually it will not apply, because you technically did not make more than 30% on one single day if you have $10,001. So if you made $3,000 in one day, and you made $10,001, and so the only repercussion is really they just say, well, keep trading until that one day is no longer 30% of your account balance. Then you can withdraw. It doesn't affect you. It doesn't really ban you. It doesn't really do anything other than make it so you have to get your account high enough so that one single day is no longer just 30%. Yep. Hugh says, I've never had a withdrawal, didn't me neither. So, I mean, it's really, I don't think they're going to, it's just there to protect themselves ultimately, but, I never heard of them actually enforcing it. So Harry says, what about 50K account? You can do the math, my friend. My friend, you can do the math yourself. Try your best. Good morning from Alberta. FZen, welcome. We got second entry short here. Am I glad I skipped this trap? I am right now. I'll be disappointed if I saw this. That's when you turn the fire meme. So Harry, I believe in you. I think you can do it. The best EMA, there's no such thing as best EMA, but I use the EMA the best uses, which is Al Brooks, and he uses a 20 EMA. Other people use a 21 EMA. I like the 20 EMA just because Al Brooks uses it, so. AOD game says, good morning from a new sub. Hey, appreciate it. Second entry short triggers right when the market opens. Perfect scalp made. Will it make an absolute scalp? I mean, I'm not taking that trade. It's right at the market open, and wacky things can happen. This time the wacky thing goes in your favor. Hopefully you're able to scalp out if you took that scalp. I'm sitting on my pause. Such a strong uptrend. I'm just waiting. I want to see what happens here. Trading range forming here, right underneath the 20 MA. Could be a bear flag of some sort. Okay. Okay, a lower high created. Absolute scalp made. So those who held on to this, congratulations. You made your scalp. So those who took the scalp, congrats. Second entry short. In fact, those who took this trap also scalped out. Amazing. Amazing. Even though it reverses here, it's just amazing. That's like iron cojones right there. Or diamond cojones, really. Iron paws. Alright, what's happening here? Okay, pushing down here. Strong bear bar. Anyone's low. All right. Ends up being a nice reversal trade. A little hard for me to take that just because I feel like the uptrend was so strong. The bull trend was so strong. I didn't want to reverse it on the first sight. Especially how this is the first break of the 20 EMA. You know, the uptrend was strong enough for me to feel like this may have had more in the tank. I don't know, break a trend new high, I don't know, something like that. Just draw it anywhere. Call them botanies, like a botany fly. Botany. Break of trend, bot, knee, new extreme. Knee and E. Botany. Break a trend, new extreme. Okay, keeps pushing down here. I'm fine sitting on my pause here, just waiting for some more clarity or a better opportunity. Pandas, I hope you guys are doing well. Make sure you scalp that like button. Let's look at the news this week while we wait for a setup. News this week, nothing today, but tomorrow, 9:45, during stream, we'll be streaming Flash Manufacturing PMI, Flash Services PMI. I usually don't see them together, but this time it's together, which is nice. It might actually make a strong move. 8:30 on Thursday, unemployment claims. That's actually, I don't know. Friday, Fed Chair Powell speaks at 10:05 a.m. So specific, but 10:05. And all day's Jackson Hole. So whatever that means, that could affect the markets. Let's be on the lookout for that. Botany Bay. David Wall says, I accidentally set playback speed to 0.75. That buy was wasted. Hey, you. Hey, what you looking at? Yeah, you. Let's wait. Let's wait. I just reloaded my historical. Let's make sure this is accurate as possible here. Root asks an interesting question. He says, question about threshold. If I am in a trade and the profit goes 3 times up to $100 and back to break even in the same trade, will my threshold be increased by 100 or 300? I put a poll. What do you guys think? Let's engage a little bit here. What do you guys think? What will happen? I'm doing this also to see how confused you guys are and how dumb you guys are. But good thing is, anonymous, you have no idea. We have no idea who's voting for what. But it's a good litmus test because look, if a lot of people get the answer wrong, maybe the answer is not as easy as you think. Also helps me know where you guys are at in terms of your knowledge of Apex. That will affect how much I talk about Apex and how clearly I answer questions about it, or anyway, ask questions. I got a second entry short here. Do I like it? Of course not. Of course not. Of course I don't like it. Second entry short. Too choppy. Too overlapping bars. Clearly underneath the 20 MA. Good signal bar. Lower high. You have those things going for you, but it's a little bit too choppy. Too much overlap. Even if it works out, I'm okay. I'm okay not taking it. It's just way too choppy. Hosman says he's the third option. I should have put one more option. Darn it. Mike Richardson asks a very important question. Where was the threshold before the trade? Ooh, what? I didn't even think about that, but that is a good question. Assumptions were made. Let's just say that. Assumptions were made. We're assuming that they're not at static threshold yet. Second entry short does trigger. Follow through is terrible. The entry bar is terrible, but the next bar is good. You're pretty confident in this trade now. I think. I'm sitting on my paws. I'm just gonna let this play out. Looks like a spike in channel. Spike channel. But this channel looks like it already broke trend, made a new low here. Huh. Mike Richardson with the big brain today. All right. Amazing. All right. Keeps pushing down. Ends up being a nice short trade here. I'll consider this to be the spike channel, right? Spike channel. Ends up being a nice reversal here. Wasn't expecting that, but hey, it is what it is. Dante talks about the 5-minute gap. Yes, that's the first thing I think about. Whenever the market opens, I always consider this gap trying to fill on the 5-minute. If there's a gap, your thinking is for me automatically is like, is there a setup to try to fill this gap? It's kind of what I'm thinking. The gap level on the 5-minute chart is at 44.13. So that means this blue line is the gap on the 5-minute chart. We're going straight down to it, making a B line right to it. Probably will bounce off the previous day's high. Making a B line right to it, huh? Was not expecting such a strong downtrend. But hey, it's the Emini. Anything can happen. I'm gonna end the poll. The true answer is $100. $100. It gets the highest point where your account balance was unrealized. Redzo Dugunjik asks, what is the normal amount of accounts to lose before getting a funded one? All right, let me ask you guys. Falcon asks, did I change contracts? No, it's not even close to expiration. Not even close. How many accounts, how many evaluations did it take you to get funded, Pandas? I can tell you my answer, but I don't know if my answer is typical. So, poll is the best. You can see that the 10 plus is showing to fill up, showing that it is not easy to pass the eval. It is not easy to pass the eval for most people. I mean, that's what you expect, right? 90% of people will fail passing the eval, and then 90% will fail getting to their withdrawal, their first withdrawal, which means that you have only 1% of people of all the accounts being made reaching to a withdrawal. This is how Apex makes money, I think, I believe. The next question I'll ask, how many funded accounts did it take to get to a payout? I can ask that next. This is just a poll day, huh? Just taking a million polls. We got a decent move down. I just didn't get any opportunity that I felt comfortable with. This trap trade maybe, but the second to short makes more sense, but it happened right at open. I'm not going to do that. Zahari says, I'm getting my first funded account tomorrow. Dante asks, do you think Apex makes more money from account fees rather than copying trades? I think they make more with account fees. I think so. I think so. I think so. Not because they don't make money with copying trades or letting, you know, the prop firm traders trade, but they're making so much money on the fees. I feel like that it just will be hard to make more money than they make on the fees. You know what I'm saying? It's just such a good business. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, it's like they're a casino and they're the house, but the odds of this game is that you only have a 10% chance of winning. I mean, if you're a casino, that's the best casino ever, you know? If you think about it. It's an amazing business model. And they said, we want high volume, we don't care. We're going to make, you know, PA accounts less than $20, or, sorry, eval accounts less than $20. I mean, it's quite a good business model. But as Resto says, it doesn't matter, because for us, it's better for us to lose $16 than $2,500. So it's a win-win in a sense. But, you know, let's just say they're gonna, people who are failing the evals and them getting those, collecting those fees, they were gonna lose their money anyways. But in this scenario, at least they lose less money, right? So it's a win-win, I think, for everyone, which is rare, a rare thing to have in life. Such a strong win-win. Phoenix dropping in, appreciate it. You got a second entry short here, skipping it. You got an undershoot leading to an overshoot, possibly reversal off of the previous day's high. I would look for a trap trade maybe to the long side here, but I mean, we don't really have a break of trend to new low, so again, hard to make a decision here. I mean, if I just have to skip all of this. I can't take a trade here. It's a terrible signal bar. Inside bar is a little bit better, but I don't like it. I don't like going short here. Do not like it. Barely enough room to the previous day's high. It just doesn't look good. It's bouncing off our 20 EMA and also this trend line. So you can consider that to be a trade, but I think the undershoot to the overshoot is has to be accounted for. Pandas, guess what? I'm completely okay with not taking any trades today. I'm completely okay with that. And I think everybody's mentality should be that. I'm okay with taking 0 trades. I'm okay with taking 10 trades. You gotta just understand you can only take what the market gives you. And look at this trap trade here, pandas. This is a trap trade I was worried about, my trigger. But the problem is we haven't made a new low yet. So this is a place where you want to take a trap. You could. And this is why I didn't take this short. Because I was scared it was going to reverse here. The lower high setup might be better set up here to take. I'm going to skip the lower high as well, just because we're really close to the previous day's high, which can act as support and resistance. So as we're above it, it's going to act as support. If we're beneath it, probably act as resistance. Trap is working out. All right, the trap looks nice. And you got stopped out if you took that short. This is why you got to wait for the undershoot and overshoot to play out. Sometimes it doesn't. And that's why trading is tricky, because of the false positives. Right? Sometimes the overshoot doesn't actually play out. Right, the symmetry doesn't play out, and that makes you feel like, okay, next time it happens, I'm actually just gonna ignore the symmetry and just try to go short here. But now symmetry is done here. It might look for a new low now. Who knows? We still have a gap, right? This blue line down here is the gap on the 5-minute chart that we may try to fill. The best trade here is either a second entry short or a failed second entry long. That's the best trade here, in my opinion. Phoenix says tomorrow's Wednesday. When's the last time we made Whiskey Wednesday? It's been a while. It's been a while. I've been changing it up a little bit. Instead of Whiskey Wednesday, I'm just like, I'm putting like, every 100 likes, I'll extend the stream an hour. The trap makes a perfect scalp, and you might be trapped here and it got stuck. So this is again why I skipped the trap, because we may need to make a new low here. So I didn't take the trap. I didn't take the second just short. I mean, these skips are amazing right now. I just saved myself from losing, whatever this is. How much is this? 1, 2, 3, about 3 points, $150. Then losing here, which is not that much, but 1, 2, around altogether, like, close to $300. %58 of you took more than 10 times to get funded, which is not even a surprise to me. It might sound like crazy, but I just think that it makes sense. And I hope it's actually encouraging for you guys. Only 7% of people passed the very first time. Me personally, I'm in the 2 to 5 group. I passed it my second time. And but you can see that people really do have a hard time, and it's okay if it's hard for you. Just imagine, like, if you didn't have this community and I didn't do this poll, you're thinking, darn it, I failed 3 times. I'm the worst trader in the world. A lot of you might think that, but when you see this poll, you're like, I'm the best trader in the world. So it just depends. So this is why it's nice to have the community. Matthew Dodd going out fishing. Gone fishing. Enjoy. Hope you catch some fish. Hope you scalp those fish. Redzo asks, does streaming make me better? Streaming in the short term probably made me worse because of the nerves. Very hard to stream and trade. You got the whole world looking at you in a sense, right? Only 135 people, but at the end of this, over 1,000 people are going to watch the stream. And it's, you're thinking, not only that, like you're thinking of kind of trying to create some credibility in trading. So you got a lot of pressure when you stream. It's very difficult. I was taking very dumb trades when I first started. But now, I think in a sense, streaming has made me better for streaming. That's it. Streaming has made me better for streaming. I just got used to streaming. That's it. And I got better at trading while streaming. I think that's probably the most it's done. Dark Arc asks, how many days done on PA? 4 days. So in 4 days we made $2,000. That's $500 on average per day. Zahari says, I don't know how I can trade when school starts. It is tricky. I do have an automated trader that you may be interested in, but it's up to you. It just trades big mamas. Phoenix says, I have over 200 evals. It comes to trading and learning from making mistakes. The reason a lot of people might have like an absurd amount of evals is because they probably trade with a trade copier, right? They pass 10 at a time, and so by the 20th time, they've gone through like 200 accounts. Yeah, Bill Simmons says the pay account has to be monitored. Yeah, it's true. We're just watching this, and the new low was created, pandas. So this is like, I called this exactly what's going to happen. We see the undershoot. I said, not going to take the short here because of the overshoot. Overshoot happens. Not going to take the long because we need new low. New low happens, and now all of that has played out exactly how I said. So now we are in a good place to trade. Like, we're okay. We can go long here. We're going to see if we should go short. Gap may fill. David asks, am I selling auto trade? I may. I mean, I'm using it personally. I really want to field test it for myself. And it's important. It's important because something like the automated trader is not something you want to release with lots of bugs. Zahari says he's 15. Zahari, 15 years old, and then you got Matthew Dodd, who's like also around that age. You guys are young getting into trading, and I would love if someone had told me this stuff in high school. Then you can grow up, and by the time you're like 21, you have 6 years under your belt, and you're probably gonna be better than most professional traders, quote unquote. At least at that age. Got a trap trade here. Looks like the gap's gonna fill, but I've been married to premises before. I'm not gonna be married to this one. Yeah, just imagine having like 10 plus years of trading by your age 25. You don't need to have a job. People are going to be grinding, doing the 9 to 5, and you're going to just be at your computer trading for like an hour or two a day, making $1 million. It's insane. And if you can trade less than that if you want, if you don't care about $1 million. It's amazing, these young lads. And that's a nice thing about channels like ours. You know, we can propagate this information, and that's why it's important for you guys to scalp that like button, so people can have opportunities, right? Other people can benefit, and if you guys scalp that like button, right, it's the YouTube algorithm says, oh, this channel is worth propagating. So make sure you scalp that like button. Make sure you guys jump in the chat as well. And I think these polls, I don't think they do much engagement in terms of like the algorithm. These polls are just for you guys because of the, just to increase the quality of the stream, because I think it's fun. To see now, even for me, I'm like, oh, 59% of you guys took 10 plus accounts to pass. Okay. I wish I could have more options, because maybe some of them will have like 20% or 20 plus tries. Alejandro says, I have my bachelor's in physics and I'm here because Panda is the realist. I'm the realist. Appreciate that. Let's see. Break a trend, new low. Jeez. Look at the daily chart, huh? Okay. All right. I want this gap to fill. 5-minute chart. You see this gap here? 2 legs down to it as well. Getting to this gap. May try to fill it. I'm not going to be married to the premise. I'll only take it if the setup is good. Whew. Make sure your posture is good, pandas. You want to make sure you're physically well here, mentally well, emotionally well whenever you trade. Honestly, if you feel like you're having a hard time struggling with trading, honestly, like, you should do things holistically to make yourself healthier. Like, go exercise. I find out that even exercising helps me focus better, right? And it helps me have more energy when I look at the charts. It helps me be a little more disciplined, right? Because when you work out, you do have to, just naturally, you need to be somewhat disciplined. So it helps you kind of like just holistically. So, if you feel like you're struggling training, try some other stuff, right? Try some other stuff that will just make you healthier in general. I think it's important. GC versus, I got 2 new HP monitors. I can see the lines on your chart now. Amazing. Lines are amazing. It's nice to see lines. Lawrence says, I have a PhD. I'm here for the same reason. All right. Dr. Lawrence, hello. Most likely can fill this gap. I think this gap's going to fill. Remember, this blue line is transposed, right? Gap. The close on the 5-minute chart. This is transposed on the 2000 tick. Iron Cruz says, I have a PhD. Public high school diploma. Did it take you 8 years to pass as well? Wow. Gap filled with a nice little burst to the downside. I mean, you gotta recognize, like, there's no coincidences here, right? People were waiting for that. And they wanted this gap to fill. Now we bounce off of it. It's like a vacuum. Like, there's no coincidences. The gap fills here on the 5-minute chart. There's a reason why it moved like that. Not because by accident. It was there's no accidents when it comes to trading, right? There's a reason why it blasted downwards, bounced right off of it, because people wanted to fill in that gap. At this point, I can care less about the news because the price action is still the same. Like, if I showed you, oh, news happened, when you look at this chart, you're like, what? Where did news happen? Like, it doesn't really matter. Second entry long may trigger on the 5-minute chart. I may be interested. Second entry long, 5-minute chart. I'd like to set up on a 2000 tick to coincide with the 5-minute. Right, 5 minutes creating a second entry long here. I like a nice setup on the 2000 tick. The 10,000 tick has a break of trend to new high and possible reversal here. Trap trade, right? Fail second entry. Yep, fail second entry. Long A, B, C. Possibly bounce off the 20 MA and make a nice move down. All right. Getting pretty choppy here. I don't know what to expect. We got to break a trend to new low. And this new low bounced off a potential support here. Question is, are we going to break through the support? Or are we going to bounce off of it? And we're in a critical spot here. I think it's going to bounce off of it. You know, but what do I know? What do I know? Seriously, we're clearly underneath the 20 MA and it's too early to tell. The doc is in the house. I gotta start calling Lawrence the doc. Root says, how can I get your setup? If I buy the indicator, will you send all the settings via email? If you look on the website, you'll see all of the... there's plenty of tutorial videos. You can watch it. Go to www.twoleggedpullback.com and you can see all of the settings. I recommend watching all the videos. Just watch all the videos. 5-minute chart just triggers the second entry long here. As you can see, triggers a second entry long. It's a bad signal bar. And the risk is quite large. But you're bouncing off support, double support, also 20 MA. And it's really the first second entry long in this whole uptrend. You got to overshoot, maybe lean to the undershoot. The undershoot might have happened already. I mean, I could consider that. Overshoot to undershoot. If I get trap trade here, I'll consider it. Trap trade on 2000 tick. It'll coincide with the 5-minute chart, which I like a lot. So trap trade here, I'll consider taking it. If we get it. I don't know if the market will be so kind to give it to us. It might trigger the second entry short, which is what we want for the trap. A, B, C. Second entry short, but that fails and reverses. That's what we want to see here. Strong bull bar on the 5-minute chart. Ooh. Come on, give me the second entry short so I can reverse you. Ooh, pandas, micro double bottom. Oh no, it's gonna go without us. Oh no, it might go without us. Ah, ah.
10,000 tick trap.
Ah, trigger, second entry short, please trigger. Come on, micro triple bottom. If I'm eager enough, I can go long here. Ooh, am I eager? How eager am I? How eager am I, pandas? Should I just wait? Should I be patient? Should I just be patient? I want my setup, but it might go without me. I want to capture this big move up potentially. Ooh, come on. Feels like entry short. That's what I need. Oh, it's gonna go without me, huh? It might go without me. Ah, strong bull bar. If I get retracement, I take it here. I'll take it. I'll take it. Give me a retracement of some sort. This can go without me, huh? Sean Bull bar. Gives you micro triple bottom. I really needed to break the previous candle's low to trigger the trap. If the trap happens here, I'll still be interested, actually. Give me a trap here, I'll still be interested. It's not that bad of a place. A, B, C. A, reverse. Man, pandas. Look at this. Why? It's going to go without us, huh? We're going to miss the boat here. Jeez. It just missed it by one single tick. I wanted my setup. But you gotta be patient, pandas. You can only take what the market gives you, and if the market wants to tease you like that, then what can you do other than just watch it go without you? Unfortunate. Jeez. Maybe I'll still consider it here. 10,000 tick chart is looking very, very interesting for a short trade, right? Break a trend to new high, and then fail second entry long. Look at how long ago I drew this pattern. I drew this pattern like a long time ago, and it's actually almost matched perfectly. I think I drew it like in this area here, and then it just kind of looks exactly like how I drew it. Oh, trap trade. Trap trade, huh? Interesting. Not so inclined anymore. Ooh, okay. Kind of strong. Hey, I don't know if I want to take that trap. That's why you don't take... That's why you gotta wait for the setup. Because it doesn't scalp you out. This is why you wait for your setup, pandas. That's why you wait. That is why I waited. Trap looking type thing on all the other time frames. 10,000 tick trap looks so juicy. Looks so juicy. It's scary juicy. Confusing though.
10,000 tick trap.
10,000 tick trap looks so bearish. The risk is quite large. Huh. 10,000 tick chart is like one of the most beautiful setups I've seen. It's just like a perfect trap trade. I almost drew it perfectly. I was like a little early, but wow. I gotta take it, huh? But that's a huge risk. Maybe take it with micros. I could take it with a micro contract.
Five-minute trap.
It's a micro contract here. I'm in on the micro just because the risk is so huge. Well, it's hard to see because I'm trading this on a 10,000 tick chart. But this is essentially the setup on 10,000 tick.
5-minute trap.
Now it's a 5-minute trap, so maybe I could take with 2 contracts here. The 5-minute trap triggers, I'll take also with the 5-minute. I'm trading micro contracts right now. Every point is $5. It's such a juicy looking setup. Almost on every time frame now. Even the 5-minute looks good on the trap. But I'm not in this position here. If I lose this, I lose like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I lose $25, pandas. $25. So risk is just too large. I can't trade with the micro. Or yeah, a mini. Mini, this would be $250 loss. You still hate to lose a trade, even if it's like 25 bucks. You hate to lose it, even though it's 25. Jeez. All right. Comes back up. I really never traded micros, but This example of you taking a micro because of how big the risk is, but you still want to be in the trade. I don't mind losing this. It just sucks to lose still. Even though it's $25, it sucks to lose. Jeez. The 10,000 tick chart trap looks so nice. Now that it's failing, it might reverse very hard here. It actually moves very hard. If it fails, I'll probably come in with a mini here and go long. Because the trap failing is a strong setup as well. What a trade though. I'm coming in. I'm coming with a mini here. If we reverse, it's a little confusing. I'm switching between micros and minis. But basically, if we get stopped out on our micro, I'm going in with a mini. Opposite side. Alright. I'm in my mini trade. Micro gets stopped out. But I'm in the mini trade now. 10,000 tick chart. This is failing. It's a fail. I'll only take my max risk of 4 points. I'm not gonna go all the way down here. This is why I shouldn't even enter this trade, because I cannot take the full risk. But the setup looks good enough for me to want to go long here. Right, a failed trap on a 10,000 tick. Let's go, baby. Micro trade into a mini trade, and I came out on top after all of that. Up $67, pandas. I mean, $25 times 4 though. That's $100. You're right. It's a lot of money. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for offending anyone who thinks $25 is a lot of money, especially when it comes to trading. Absolutely, forgive me, please. I apologize if I've offended you in any way. 10,000 tick chart actually ends up making a nice scalp here, 2 points. But I lost $25, so I'm only up $67, pandas, with all commissions, accounting for all the commissions. And this is why, pandas, even though the setup looked beautiful, right? Like I felt like I had to take it. 10,000 tick chart, you gotta break a trend to new high, and like everything about it looked beautiful. But the problem is that the risk was too large, right? You got to fail second entry long, and the risk was too large. So I tried it with a micro, and because of that, I've only lost $25 on that trade, and still had the opportunity to maybe make some money on the scalp. Now the second entry short is about to trigger on the 10,000 tick. Every point is half a Starbucks. You guys make such a big deal about the micro. You guys are little babies. Where can I get the indicator that you use? If you go to, you can see in the bottom of your screen, it says twoleggedpullback.com. That's one way. You can go to description as well. Was that a big mama? It actually was not. I mean, I guess it was, but not how I like to trade it. Now we got a higher low setup here. Right, that failed trap on the 10,000 tick may cause us to launch. Failed traps are also no joke. Top Step removes trade evade. That's a bad decision. A lot of people love trade evade. Online, be able to trade purely on cloud. Trade anywhere you want, on your phone, on your computer, any computer. Future trader Brian US says, well, when your account is only 2,500 trailing, futures account it only makes sense to scalp trail runners on 5 micros or less. And the 3 to 5 micros better be traded correctly or else. Yep, it's actually true. I do not disagree with that. That is the proper way to trade the 50K account with micros. Up to 5 micros. It makes sense. I could do all the math for you if you want. I mean, I don't want to bore you guys with math. Apparently, you guys are easily offended because I lost $25. So, I don't know if you guys can handle the math. Can you guys handle the math? I can go through the math while we wait. This is a second entry long. I may be interested here, but second entry short may trigger on the 10,000 tick. This may trigger a trap trade to the long side, pandas. Honestly, it can, right? This could trigger the fail second entry short to go long, which I'll probably be interested in going long here if that happens. Second entry short triggers, not taking that. But you gotta also consider this way. Failed trap, and that failed trap fails as well. And that failed trap now triggered, and this is a setup for that fail trap. Right, 3 traps in a row, essentially. Ooh, quite a strong move down, actually. Huh, I don't know. Maybe this downtrend will work out. I don't know. It's hard to say. AOD's game says, I'm very interested in the strategies of past PAs. Ooh, second entry long here, huh? Decent move up. Coming off the top of the trading range. Probably come back to the bottom of the trading range. Or it could be a double bottom reversal setup here. Interesting. It's a nice looking second entry long. I would consider this like a breakout trade, big swing trade if we're gonna take this trade. Phoenix wants to see a measure move. It's quite a bit of a measure move. I'm guessing you're talking about this measure move? Talking about this measure move here? Or this measure move? I'm not sure what measure move. Second entry long looks kind of healthy. I will be taking this 10,000 tick trap here. Okay. 10,000 tick trap. Setting it up. Trap on the 2,000 tick chart might trigger. This is a really, really interesting situation here.
10,000 tick trap.
Trap trade on the 2,000 tick chart may trigger back to the bottom trading range. You could either consider this a double bottom, right, ready to blast off, right, reversal off the previous day's close on the 5-minute chart, or you can see this as a trading range and may come back down to the bottom. I'm gonna trade the 10,000 tick chart here. Let's see if we can get a nice move up here. It's quite a large risk, and this time I am taking with minis here. 10,000 tick chart trap to the upside. Break a trend to new low. Fail second entry short. This could be wild. Terrible signal bar. Okay, in this trade. You're thinking at least a 1-to-1 risk reward is what you like. 1-to-1 is quite large. I may just scalp out my 2 if I get it immediately, right? If I can get 2 points right now, I'll take it. But if it starts to kind of go in and out a little bit, I'm going to actually raise it up because the probability is lower. That means you need a better risk reward. But if it just pushes up and scalps out immediately, then I'll take it. Ooh, it's not looking good. This might be my red day today. That looks terrible. Really bad. Really bad. All right, you got break a trend. New high here on the 2000 tick. That might be the move to the downside now, back to the bottom of trading range. So I took a risk here thinking that this was a double bottom, really pushing high here. Especially with the 10,000 tick trap to the upside, right after the trap fails on the downside. I felt like that was a decent setup to take. And this is really looking bad now. Oof. Really looking bad. But I'm going to take the proper risk here and let it play out. It is what it is. You gotta just take the hit. And like after this loss, I might be like, all right, maybe I'll just take a break and maybe realize I'm not seeing the market as clearly as I wanted to. Get stopped out there. Amazing. Terrible price action right now. You got the trap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 traps in a row on the 10,000 tick. Nasty stuff. Nasty stuff. Ends up becoming a trading range instead of a double bottom pushing to the upside. Ends up being a trading range instead. And you know, you got to choose at that point. What do you think is going to happen? I thought it was going to bounce off the previous days. I thought it was a support here. I thought we bounced off of it. So I took the chance to go long and got hit. So I'm down 224. It's okay, the pandas. I have one more loss in me. I did lose one time on the micro trade, so I'm going to consider that a loss. I have one more loss in me, so I got one more trade that I will consider taking. Hopefully it will be a winner. It is what it is, Pandas. I mean, you gotta just take the hits. You gotta take it on the chin. Question is, what do I do here? Do I keep trading this trading range, or have we failed here? Does this really feel like trading range price action? I would say no. I would say actually it looks pretty good. This price action is not really like trading rangey in my opinion. I feel like we still have some moves to make. Tortoise, do you stop after the winner? Nope. Why would you stop after the winner? You got 3 losses in you. You got 3 bullets. And after 3 bullets, I'm only down 224, which is nice because the max I'm willing to lose is 600. Right, 3 losses in a row. So even with one more loss and the max loss, it'll be down to, you know, around $400.
10,000 tick trap.
All right, pushing back down. Trap trade triggers on the 5-minute chart. The 3 here. 10,000 tick chart was just wacky. That was really wacky. I'm not gonna lie. That is some wackiness that happened. But it is what it is. What's gonna happen here? Now it's getting a little bit choppy. Now it makes me wonder, are we entering a trading range price action or market cycle? If that's the case, you want to go long here. It's tough to say. Tough to say. The 5-minute looks quite choppy, actually. 5-minute, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 overlapping bars, essentially, going into his range. Maybe a higher low setup. I'll be interested in going long. Maybe. Just as does Apex have a sale going on right now? Only 50% off. They have 50% off BBM 50. You know, so in this situation, I decided to go long, thinking double bottom here and breakout, and reversal, but instead trading range prevails. One or the other, you know. You're looking for some sort of symmetry on the 5-minute chart. Looking for some sort of symmetry, like a measure move, I think. No idea. Just watching this, I really don't know what's going to happen here. Wow. I should have taken that second trade with the micros as well because of how big the risk was.
10,000 tick trap.
The 10,000 tick chart. I should have taken a micro trade on that one as well because the risk was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5 points. Jeez. Pushing down now. Measure move might be made on the 5-minute chart. Right, you have this move down. You're kind of feeling like this needs a measure move of some sort. Okay, coming to the previous day's low or close on the 2000 tick chart. Might just be a downtrend here. It's like a spike channel. Spike. Wow, bouncing off the previous day's close perfectly on the 2000 tick. Let's see what happens here. Five minutes always in short by the sell the close. You can tell sell the close because this candle ends right here, and right when it ends, you can see the 5 minute traders just selling right away for solid 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points. So they sold it here for 5 points, and you can see there's no wick here, so you know there's a lot of bears here. Sell the close bears, in fact, those are typically strong. Decent push down. Unfortunately, no setup. Jeez. I mean, how tricky? How tricky was that 10,000 tick? Very tricky, in my opinion. 10,000 tick chart just really got me. Got me here on this side. I went long, got a little bit of scalp back, and then got me here on this side. Jeez. At least he didn't give me any slippage, which is nice, I guess. Silver lining. What a move down. The daily chart. Huh, okay. Wow, the 5 minute chart. Measure move almost perfect. It looks like I'm trying to hit it on the measure move. 5 minute chart. The measure moves from here to here, from here to here. What a move down. Absolutely incredible. It did come after a failed trap after all. Just on the wrong side for me. I can clean up this measure move to make it like really accurate. But half a point off. Down 224. It's not the worst. I think you gotta be okay with some red days. And this is kind of what I was talking about. Like your red days, once you get them, keep them small. Realize them quickly and just move on. Might create a second entry short here. I like it, but it's a little far away from the 20 MA. And you also got this like undershoot, maybe lean to an overshoot situation again. But if you really like the downtrend so far, you can justify possibly going short here. What can I say? I like the downtrend. Phoenix asks, hey Panda, did you create your two-legged indicator? Yes, I did. That's my background, actually. Developer. This is why I was drawn to the two-leggy, because it could be, in a sense, very technical, but at the same time, very subjective. Give me a good signal bar here, I'll take it. Go short. Give me a decent signal bar here. Right, I feel like the undershoot to overshoot already happened. Now we got a second just short here. Be a good opportunity to go short, in my opinion. Could be one of those days. A million reversals. It's a terrible looking signal bar at the moment, so I can't take it with this signal bar. The risk is small though, but the signal bar shape is terrible. Fortunately, you cannot go short there, even if you wanted to. Right. The nice thing about me creating the indicator is that if you guys use it and have complaints, I'm readily available. You can just put it in the chat. Jeez. Jeez Louise. Jeez Louise. Okay. Signal bar is not the best again. Oh, the signal bar is so bad. But I like the second entry short here. Do I compromise here, pandas? Do I take the second entry short? Undershoot, leading to the overshoot. Hopefully gets us back down here to a new low. I'm such a sucker. I am such a sucker. I'm gonna get burned here, huh? I'm gonna get burned here. For certain. I feel it. I feel the burn already. Bring out the Neosporin. I'm ready to get burned. Wow. Inside bar. This is sus. Do not copy my trades. This is so sus right now. Super ultra fantastic sus trade. Do not copy it. The risk to me was small enough for me to want to attempt this at least. Second entry short on a downtrend. Looking for a new low, actually. But I'll take the scalp here. Ooh, it looks good. Looks really good. Risk was small, right? It's a 1-to-1 risk reward. Scout me out. Come on. Don't reverse on me. Don't do it. Just don't do it. Come on. No. Ah, okay. Okay, pandas. This is where the diamond cojones come in play. I have many hours of training these cojones to become diamonds. I'm fully ready to accept this. Let's go. Come on. Scout me out. Scout me out. Come on. Come on. Come on. I know you can do it. I know you can do it. Come on. That one tick, you think it's nothing, but it's everything, pandas. When it comes to trading, that one tick is everything. Oh boy. Oh boy. Stay greedy. Should I get more out of this? Should I get even more? Alright. Yeah, that's good. take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. Little teeny inside bar. Ends up scalping me out perfectly. Reversing now. Jeez. Got out with the skin of my teeth. Right there. Jeez. Wow. Got lucky. Wow, 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 wow. Wowzers. I dodged a bullet, pandas. I truly dodged a bullet. I do not think that was a good trade, actually, at the end. Seeing this reaction, I just got so lucky. Oh my god. Whoo! I just tick-shotted the market, at least. At least I'm tick-shotting the market instead of the market tick-shotting me. Jeez, shot the market right in the tick. You gotta love that. Another short trade here, maybe. Wowzers. All right.
5-minute trap.
The risk is quite large, and now it's getting a little funky, right? Big bull bar, big bear bar. Could mean starting to do a trading range here. Could mean that. Right? These two big bull bars, or two big bars, reversing each other. Right, on a smaller time frame, if you think about it, this is just a strong move up, strong move back down. Think of the smaller time frames. Triggers a failed trap here. Interesting. Huh. Wow, that takes you out and then comes back down. Jeez, you hate to see that. Wowzers. Wow. Seriously. Dodged a bullet. I'm glad, pandas. I'm glad I didn't try to get more from that. You saw me about to move my my take profit, and then if I did, I would have got stopped out. Wow, wowzers. Let's get into one more setup here if we can. It's getting kind of congested at this point. We might not get an opportunity. I may have to take my trade off stream. I don't think we're gonna get a good setup here. Personally, I don't think so. It's getting very congested. Huh. Wow, though, I dodged a bullet. I shot the market right in the tick, reversed right on my take profit. Jeez. Unfortunately, now I think my accounts are a little off. Yep, a little bit off. Hate that. You want them to be perfect. I don't know how that happened, really. I must got a better entry on my other
5-minute trap.
accounts or something. Weird. Weird. I don't understand how. Interesting. I don't know. Lower high setup here. I'm just sitting in my pause. It's very congested. Extra likes, extra streams. Tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll do it. Every 100 likes, I'll extend the stream by an hour. Yeah, very congested right now. It's going in and out of the 20 MA, as you can see. It's hard to make a trade here. Unfortunately, I'm going to end red here, and maybe I can come out green end of the day, but it's tricky. I really came out, got out, skin of my teeth, right there. Jeez. Notice it didn't even come out on this candle. It came out on this candle. Pushing up here. Look at how wacky this is, pandas. This is absolute whack. Premium whack sauce right here. What in the world is going on? This is not tradable. There is a trap trade setting itself up, but I do not like it. I do not like it. It's in the top of a range, tight range. I would like to see what happens here though. And after I see what happens here, I think I'm gonna end the stream. I want to see what happens with this trap. Does it really push up here? In fact, if this trap fails, I may take this opposite side, come back to the bottom of the trading range. I may consider that. Ooh, okay. Trap failing so far. It's just so congested though. I feel like you just gotta stay away from this altogether. That's probably a smart move, but I like to see the final outcome of this trade here. Overall, gotta skip this trade, but I just want to see what happens. Curious.
Five-minute trap.
All right, what's happening here? The gap, or this trap. Let's see if it works out. I might take it on the opposite side of this trap if it touches this blue line. If it touches the blue line and reverses here, I may take it actually. Trap triggers. And it makes a perfect scalp. I'm going to take this trade here. Oof.
10,000 tick
Can
trap.
I take it? Can I go short here? Not really. I have a push-ups higher. It's a terrible signal bar. Wowzers. All right. Forget it. That trap works out beautifully. Wow. It is what it is. I'm going to end the stream a little red today, but it's all good. The blue line is the gap on the 5-minute chart. It's this red line here. I just transposed it on the 2000 tick. All right, Pandas. Hey, we're down a little bit, but amazing to trade with you guys. It's been great. I really appreciate you guys joining and hope to see you guys tomorrow. Trade safe, everybody, and remember, if you're red, keep the red day small. Keep the red day small as possible, right? As long as you have more green days than red days, you're gonna do fine. Just make sure when you have your red days, keep them small as possible. All right, Pandas, I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow, 9 o'clock for the main, or pre-market show, 9:15 for the mainstream. Hope to see you guys there, and make sure you guys check out the montage. If you guys haven't, go to the channel, check out the montage. For the weekly montage, and that really helps a lot. And yeah, like, subscribe, that all helps out. If you like this channel, if you want to support, please do those. Helps out a lot, and hope to see you guys tomorrow. All right, Pandas, that being said, as always, happy trading. God bless. Bye.